Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know about you, but when someone wants to send me to war and is very much a promoter of attacking someone else, I would say this: okay, you first, or your son or your daughter first, and then I will think about it. So this is what I would do with these warmongers. Lead by example, my friend. Be the first one, showing us how to do it. This is let's say, the topic of this video. I have here 3 examples. 3. One from Denmark, another one from Ukraine, another one from Lithuania. All these 3 countries are really non-countries, unimportant countries. You have to agree with that. Denmark, what's the population of Denmark? Military, how many planes they got? 3. How many ships? 1. A rowboat or a fishing boat? Brrr. What the fuck they have? Anyway, economy, country, citizens. All right, I think I rest my case with Denmark. Ukraine. I don't have to talk about Ukraine. I think we're already done with Ukraine. Lithuania. 2.8 million people population. All right, so again, country, military, economy, 2.8 million people, a village in Russia. Okay? And they have balls. Why? Because they hope that if they get smacked, or when they get smacked, the Americans will intervene. No, the Americans will let them be destroyed. So, let me start with the first example of how strong Europe is. I will show you how these guys are big mouths with other people's children and other people's first. Or all together, alone, we run away like scared sparrows. Let's start with the first article. New Voice of Ukraine, October 4th, 2025. Russian warships, plural, aimed weapons at Danish vessels in the Baltic straits. Baltic straits. So I told you these guys want to close this Baltic straits right here. This is Denmark, unfortunately. Then Denmark and Sweden. This is where all this traffic goes through. Maybe here too, I'm not certain, but it is one. Okay, so these are the straits that all the traffic, the naval, maritime traffic, goes to the Baltic Sea, into St. Petersburg, Russia, right here, and Kaliningrad, right here, Russia. So through this, okay, Finland right here, without this, they're dead. They're landlocked without this, okay? Without this little thing here, Finland has no maritime traffic. Stockholm the same way, the Poles the same way, Lithuanians, Latvians, Estonians. So this is a very important thing. They want to close it to the Russian vessels. They want this one, the Baltic Sea, to become Marea Nostri, our sea, as this, the Mediterranean Sea, was considered, that's why the term is Marea Nostri, was the Roman Empire's our sea. Marea Nostri means our sea. Why? Because the Roman Empire was in North Africa, Middle East, Europe, obviously Southern Europe, everything was theirs. They want to turn the Black Sea, NATO, into Marea Nostri. The problem is Georgia, they will take care of Georgia, and then they will take care of Russia. That's what it is, and then it's going to be Marea Nostri, NATO, 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 NATO. The same here, NATO, NATO. The problem is right here and right here. That's all the problem. So we have these guys saying that the Russians aimed their guns, weapons at vessels in Baltic Straits. Now, I think I told you this before. When I was a kid, I was doing a lot of things, hanky-panky, things that I were not supposed to. And I got smacked for that. By neighbors, older boys, and all that. Not the same age or one age older than me. I would fuck them up. But older than, let's say, 2 years, 3 years older than me, I usually, no, I try to avoid, or if you get in a fight, I will make sure that I will cause as much damage as possible, knowing that I will lose. But you got neighbors and so on. So I was many times the guy who wanted something, and sometimes I got it. Boom. So what happened? After I got smacked or something, I would go home and I would tell my mom and my dad, I got beaten. Mr. Georgescu beat me. The first question for my parents would be this, like this ones. What did you do? Nothing. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Georgescu. No, well, never mind. I think I feel better. So the same here. What did you do, Danish vessels? Well, I guarantee you, these guys will tell you that Danish vessels did nothing. They were just minding their own business over there, planting flowers and picking flowers in the Baltic Sea. Puck and pook and puck and pook. And the evil Russians came and say, hey, baby doll, I like your butt. Hop, chop, chop. No, that's the way you think it was. You tell me one incident, one, when Russians, according to the free media, when the Russians did something right and the West did something wrong. Unless they turn it like, oh, we had to smack these guys, but it's a little bit late. It's impossible, one entity, one human being, including the most evil guy in the world that we're all supposed to hate, to be all evil. They've never done anything good, anything. Nothing, man, nothing. That is impossible. Maybe you met that person. No, you didn't. In your whole life, you didn't meet one person, one, I guarantee you, one, that was all bad and never petted a dog. Or never, petted a cat, or gave food to something, or did something good. No, all good. No, there's no such a thing. The problem is here, Russia is all good, man. They don't do anything right. They always provoke, always attack, always illegal, always take or aggress, nothing good ever. But everybody else is just minding their own business. That's what these guys want you to believe. Grown-ups, because only grown-ups can watch my channel. Grown-ups. That's an insult, man. That's intelligence insult right there. Right here. Russian warships have repeatedly acted aggressively in Danish straits. We gotta close them, man. Connecting the Baltic and North Seas, Denmark's defense intelligence service. They're lying. What did you do? Just the Russians want to provoke you? Okay, and if they want to provoke you, why did you provoke them back? Because you want to fight a war with someone else's sons and daughters. When it's about you, showing your balls, Denmark, that's exactly how they did. So, the incidents including Russian ships taking collision courses, targeting Danish vessels and helicopters with weapons and disrupting navigation systems. We have witnessed several incidents in the Danish straits. It's always right here. Always. It's not here. It's not there. It's this area right here. Why? They want to close this. And that's going to happen. You'll see. Right there. Alright, it says here that Air Force helicopters and naval vessels were targeted by Russian warships tracking radars and had the weapons physically aimed at them. Oh my god. What did you do? Let me see. In other cases, Danish intelligence, some ships were equipped. Russia is using military tools. The administration closely monitoring the situation. The provocation came after multiple drones. The evening. They didn't do nothing, man. They have just picking and plop flowers in the Baltic state. That's what the Danes were doing. They were just good people like you and I. And the other guys were all bad. It is kindergarten. That is how you speak with a kindergarten kid. Don't go over there alone in the bathroom. Must be bow bow. As we said in Romania, the black man, not man, human. Black human. That's how we call it. And not black like I was about to show something. I stopped myself. Okay? No, we don't say that. With a black meaning, in Romanian culture, black man is not man like here, black like this, African Americans. It was nothing to do with that. When that thing was invented, I don't think these guys ever saw a black person. But anyway, at that time. Then the same, the people with red hair in Romanian folklore, again, are considered evil. Red hair, like the Brits, anyway, I'm just kidding, or Danes are considered evil. The same with the black, oh, that's a black black man is over there waiting for you in the dark. That's what is black. Okay, so you see, nothing, man. The Russians, as I told you, the goal is close the straits. But hey, I haven't heard these pieces of shit right there. Or okay, she is the prime minister of Denmark. She was elected. That's a lot of things over here. Smaller, bigger. Oh my God. And compound. Not even in the dark. Like a rainbow in the dark. Not even in the dark, my friends. Let's try like this. So far, not bad. Not bad. Already we get into fucked up territory. Bad. Worse. Oh, vampires are in town. My God. Okay. She looks like a govid, man, like a goby, as they call it. This. All right. She told the Hungarians, I will not allow. She said, the Prime Minister of Denmark. Not like that. Okay, not. Okay, Denmark. I will not allow Hungary to blackmail the European Union. Who the fuck are you? Ugly duckling, right there. Clip. Anyway, so where are you, baby doll? Now it was the time to get your mighty Danish army and fuck up the Russians, don't you think? But she didn't dare. She was like, nothing. Why? Who's gonna fight for her? The Danes? The Russians are already fighting, and if the Russians indeed did that, these guys will stand down. The Russians will queue up. Just do it. It's a provocation, okay. You yapped for 3 years and a half. Now it's time for us to provoke you to see what you have in your pants. Nothing. Some peanuts. Clippy. That's what you got. Next one. Look at this piece of shit here. Olga Aivazovska. This is from Aivazovsky. Aivazovsky is one of my favorite painters, Russian painter Aivazovsky. But she's Aivazovska, head of the board civil network Opora. I will show you who she is. Europe must be brave, not she or her children. I don't think she got children. Anyway, Europe must be brave. Otherwise, this war will not be contained within the territory of Ukraine. No, baby doll. On the contrary, if you are not brave, then Europe will not be at war. If you're brave, you will be at war. Yes, you will be at war. War will not pass the borders of Ukraine. But if you want to be brave, it will. So this is contrary to what she says. But who is she? You see, she likes the pictures from the side. So that tells me she's not very happy with something. Oh my God, another. This is the best she can look like. Again, she's the best right there. I'm sorry. That's the best. Well, her parents did not do a good job. Abortion. Okay, Olga Aivazovska. So I'm gonna tell you what she does. Krapatsaka Maka education, psychology, philosophy and anthropology, journalism, national Bohdan Khmelnytsky University in Cherkasy. Excellent. 2016 she completed the Democracy and Human Rights Program at the Center of Democracy Development and the Rule of Law at Stanford University, California. Clear? I rest my case, and after that she was immediately placed where she needs to be. Election monitoring, political. So she is the head of board civil network Opora. How old are you, baby doll? Let me see. Can we make it? Born in 9 of February 81. So 44 years old, right there. Okay. Next one. So she wants to fight a war with other people. She will not go to war. After you, baby doll. You go first, pants down, and then you can leave. Yeah, you can leave your pants down if you want. Next, another strong guy, the Telegraph. Europe is facing its Pearl Harbor moment. Okay, this is an imbecile. This is the foreign minister of Lithuania, who I covered him on a few occasions. He's very strong with other people's lives. Again, you go first, man. Pearl Harbor moment. Like what? You have to be brave, man. You gotta be brave. Like the Goofy. Right there. What are you doing? You took a shit. Everybody is brave with some other people's children. And let's see who this guy is and what he says. Vladimir Putin's hybrid war. So now we got to Putin's hybrid war, not with the NATO's 3 years and a half hybrid war on Russia. You see how this is the theory of inversions or something, where white is black, black is white, up is down, left is right. War is peace, piece of shit. Anyway, so this is the hybrid war. No, you've been at war with Russia since before 2022. But nevertheless, if we're gonna start at 24th of February 2022, you NATO will be at war with Russia. But no, now we find out Russia is at war. So this guy is Lithuanian foreign minister, has won a new deadly new Pearl Harbor moment. But a piece of shit. You don't know anything that would resemble your history or European history. You have to go to those guys in North America. Do you know anything about Pearl Harbor? Do you know? It's so much. What am I supposed to know about the Pearl Harbor? I'll tell you what I'm supposed to know about the Pearl Harbor. On the 7th of December 1941, wasn't it? The evil Japanese, again, all evil, they attacked us unannounced, on nothing. We didn't know anything and just announced. We are just, again, planting and picking up flowers in Hawaii. Hawaii at that time being under kind of our occupation. We didn't take it as a state yet, so, you know what I mean? We're just minding our own business with the women over there, chasing them, you know, on the beaches of Hawaii. And we're being attacked, man, with no warning. Zero warning. It was just, Jesus Christ, Yanni's night. I don't know, man. Really? Well, if that's what we're supposed to know, do you know anything about it? Do you know anything? No. Do you know the Americans had the code for the Japanese? They decoded the Japanese communication. They knew about it. Did you know that? Or some people say they knew, but like now, I don't know. Some people say, remember September 11? Stand down. Remember? Okay. Wait. Remember October 7th in Israel? Oh, wait. As Napoleon Bonaparte said, never stop your enemy when he's making a mistake. Whoa, everybody. Let him do it. Once he did it, oh my God, we have to react. We're going to fuck you up and take your country. Let's go. All right. I have to remind you this. If someone comes to you, let's say you are pro, oh my God, Emily, how can you say this about Pearl Harbor? Well, because I know probably more, that's all, and from a different angle, things that were not told here, but told somewhere else, or told here, but not told in general. Just listen. Don't be upset yet. Don't be upset. Someone comes to you and your family and tells you, hey, Mike, you will have to buy groceries every day. Yes, I have to buy groceries. Well, how about you can't buy groceries? Let's say you live in Detroit. God forbid. You live in Detroit. You can't buy in Detroit. You have to go to Chicago every day to buy groceries if you want groceries. And you say, why? And I will say, because I said so. Because Detroit is my sphere of influence. And even though I live in Bahamas, my sphere of influence is Detroit. And I tell you, you can't do that. What would you do? I tell you what you should do. You punch me in the face and knock the fuck out of me. That's exactly what was the December 7th, 1941 Pearl Harbor. But the Americans say, they're gonna do it. Tora, tora, tora. Tora, tora, tora. Lion, lion, lion. And the guys, the Japanese, were at the White House, issued the declaration of war exactly after the attacks. Why? Because the Americans told the Japanese, you cannot do business in Indochina and get resources for your industries. Got it? You cannot. Why? We tell you that. What are you going to do? Bang. Let's go. All right? So now that's Pearl Harbor. This imbecile could not think of anything in his history, right? But hey, we're going to find out he is actually something right here. It's more interesting. I'm going to show you a few things about this guy. All right? Right there. He is it's very important, his grandfather became a prominent politician. All right? And he's got, right here, Faculty of History. And he tells us about Pearl Harbor. So these guys could not think of anything in Europe that resembles that. The Pearl Harbor is for him, and you know why he made that statement. But anyway, so interesting enough is this. Who is this guy? First, he was born in 82. Yeah? So that means in 2002 he was 20, right? In 27 years old, he joined the staff of Lithuanian embassy in Kingdom of Belgium and Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. At 27, a piece of little fucking young guy, that's what he was, right? He graduated. He became his career at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Why? Because of Granny. Well, Granny. Let's see what Granny did. And we find out that Mr. Granny, in his history, he did something like here. His mother, Dr. Ona Jablowski Lando assisted her sister's family in sheltering a Jewish child from the Holocaust. She brought kissing to her sister's home and produced a forged birth certificate with a Lithuanian for kissing. Her sister and brother-in-law were named Pak, righteous among the nations, man. All right? Why? Because they helped hide a 16-year-old Jewish girl. So, covered forever, promoted forever, and that's it. So these guys will fight wars against Russia with you, with your children, with whomever. They don't give a fuck. Hey, they are staying over there. They tell this guy, it's this, and then it's that, and then it's that, and it's that, man. And he is a faculty of history, right? How old are you? Does it say? Where the hell is this guy? Right there, 82, 92, 2002, 2012, 2022. So he's what? 43 years old. He's the foreign minister, 43 years old. All right? Well, you can be very smart and very experienced at 43, don't get me wrong. But a lot of doors must have been open for Mr. Lambergis. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Pieces of shit. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.